Please go subscribe to the Rumble channel for Franchise Sports TV under the name FSTV22. Now, I'm using that Rumble channel for any purposes of me getting kicked off YouTube and also for more of my spicier joints. It's free as well. I have the freedom to say whatever I want to say as well. So go subscribe to FSTV22. That is Franchise Sports TV 22 on Rumble. Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson, what are we going to say about you? What are you going to say? What are we going to say about you? What are we going to say about you? Because now you cross my desk, and you cross my desk at the wrong time. And this isn't because of it's dealing with Kobe Bryant. It's not even because it's Vanessa Bryant. It ain't because of this. No. This is another example of black people not minding their own, always worrying about other people's pockets. And the famous last words that he's not Dr. Malcolm X heard before he was gunned down. Get your hands out of my pockets. Dr. Umar, man. So worried about why Vanessa Bryant didn't move the money that she's making, I guess getting from Nike with Kobe shoes into the black community. For one, last time I checked, Vanessa Bryant is Mexican, right? Mexican American. So why would she do that? But anyways, I'm not going to get racial here. Second, last time I checked, it is her money. She can spend it whatever way she can spend it. But let me hear what Dr. Umar Johnson said. I guess he said this on a Joe Budden show. Let me play it right quick. See if I can play it. Oh, I can't even play it. It's a screenshot. Ooh, never mind. But I guess he was on the Joe Budden show. And anyways, Dr. Umar Johnson. It's none of your business how Vanessa Bryant spends the money. It really isn't. First of all, I can't even get my hands on Dan Kobe fours. You guys know the story already. But anyways, it's none of your damn business why she ain't spending money in the black community. How about you worry about your money and you spend it in the black community? Ain't you supposed to be building some type of high school or something like that you've been saying for the last couple of years and hasn't been done yet? Well, here it is. Here's what he had to say right quick.
Sir Bryant using any of that black man's money to do any good in the black community?
Let me ask you.
Absolutely fucking not.
We don't know.
Listen,
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
How you know? You know? Let me ask you a question.
Well, wait.
She's a public.
Can I ask you a question?
She just
You don't know
You
that.
didn't see that initiative.
You don't know that.
I do know what I'm telling you now.
Let me ask you a question.
Vanessa Bryant just started an initiative with 3 predominantly white colleges, some sort of a sports initiative with Kobe's money and Kobe's name. Didn't choose a single HBCU.
Let me ask you a question.
With a black man's money. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, he died from taking a COVID shot. Is his white widow using any of Marvelous Marvin Hagler's fortune to help black folks?
You're being unfair.
I'm being unfair how?
Let me tell you why.
Expecting white women to use black money to help black people?
No.
How is that unfair?
Because the same way you naming these people, we can name mad black wives that got black money from their husbands that did shit to help black people. With this, stop. It's my goal. No, it's not. We own.
And you know what the difference is?
You're wrong.
You know what the difference is?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
If I marry a white woman, when I...
All right, I'm not going to get into that and he go into a whole bunch of arguing, but I guess, I don't know who. I haven't watched the Joe Budden show in a minute. I haven't watched it in probably 5 years. Used to watch it all the time. And since then, the show's been shaken up and everything. So I don't know who's on the show anymore. But one of the guys that was on the show Dr. Umar and Joe Budden, was trying to push back on that. And the guy was right. I think before I cut it off, he said that there had been lots of black women who don't give the money back to the black community, which he is right. And why would he give the money to? Because I guess she gave the money to, or donated the money to some colleges, but not a black college. We know how that goes sometimes with black colleges. Ask Deion Sanders about that. But if Vanessa Bryant wants to put all that money in a damn tissue box and wipe her tears with it every day, she can do that because it's her money. I'm so worried about what other people are doing. That's the biggest issue. That's the main issue here. We always worried about what somebody else is doing. Mind your damn business and go get some money yourself and put it in the black community and waste it all. So we've seen how that works sometimes. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's wasted. But BLM, right? Black Lives Matter. What'd they do with that money? They didn't put it in the black community. They put it in their own damn pockets. Using the black man's name, a slain black man's name, to get the money. But not put the money back into the community. They pocketed the money and bought various houses around LA and Toronto. So don't miss me with all that. Vanessa Bryant can do what she want to do with that money. I'm sitting here reading some of these Twitter posts as it said Vanessa Bryant has broken her back to make sure Kobe's legacy stays alive, showing us basketball games, honoring him, keeping his name alive, keeping his deals going. Shoes I can't get my hands on. All while grieving, losing Kobe and her daughter, and still having to be a mother to other three. Keep her name out your effing mouths. Will Smith style. That's another thing about it. This is why I wouldn't, if I was Dr. Umar, I wouldn't have said anything. Because it wasn't just Kobe that was lost in that terrible helicopter crash 3 years ago. It was also her daughter. Which some people, and it was a couple other people, rest in peace to them. But her daughter was also lost in, not just her husband, her young daughter was lost in this. So I just see it as kind of like wrong. It's none of your business, my guy, how she spends her money. I'm reading another Twitter. So hypocritical Dr. Umar Johnson tried to say Vanessa Bryant hasn't done anything for the black folks, but he scammed black folks out of $500K for his imaginary Hotepery school ashiness. All the money with nothing to show. There you go. It's sad that it took Dr. Umar Johnson upsetting BM, a black man who dated a non-black woman, also disrespecting Vanessa Bryant for people to see how terrible he is as a human being. Being violent as AF to a black woman, queer folks, disabled folks for years. Another one. Speaking of Umar Johnson, how he worried about Vanessa Bryant, but scamming black people for these years because he hasn't laid a single brick for them schools yet. You opened up your mouth. So what happens? Dr. Umar said about Vanessa Bryant was so out of line. She lost half her family to a tragedy and somehow she's at fault because Kobe left her and her black kids his fortune. As far as I'm concerned, she ain't got to do nothing but take care of them kids. True. Very true. So, I already knew Dr. Umar was a freaking hypocritical idiot. This furthers my case for him being a hypocritical ass shat. Not asshole, ass shat. Better yet, ass hat.
Lousy son of a bitch. Hey. That's exactly what he is.